Greetings YouTube citizens, yes I am Stiggy and welcome to the Guitar Loft. Basically what we're going to do on this video is I want to talk to you a little bit about intonation on the guitar. Basically intonation, as some of you may know or some may not know, is an integral part of a guitar and the tuning of the guitar and the playability of the guitar. But surprisingly not many people know how to set it up. So I've been asked by a few people now that I do work on to do a basic video showing you how I do it in the Guitar Loft for other people and myself, and it's amazingly simple, massively simple. Basically you're going to need a couple of tools which I'm going to show you now, but it's something that you can do. You can do it sitting on the watching the TV. It's really quite simple. So I'm going to show you now some of the stuff that we need to do, okay? Okay, so here's our test subject. It is a early Epiphone gold top with B90s, and it's been in now to basically have a quick setup and stuff like that. So the things that you're basically going to need here is a flat surface, either a kitchen worktop or a kitchen table or something along those lines. Cloth, I've stolen one of my daughter's blankets for this because you don't want it scratching the back of it. Tuner, I'm using this one but we shouldn't be using the name there. Other things that you may need, or you are going to need: screwdriver, assorted types depending on what type of guitar you've got, plectrums obviously, smoke if you've got them, and it always helps to have a nice cup of coffee, but I am running a little bit. Okay, so in short, intonation. This is what we need to do. What you're actually doing, we're talking about string length, and it's string compensation. Okay, basically shortening or lengthening the strings. Okay, from here, your top nut, to your 12th, to your bridge. Now, some of you may be looking and saying, yeah, okay, so you're doing it on a Les Paul. I will tell you now, the principle is exactly the same. This is why I've got these out here. You might recognise this one, which is a standard tremolo bridge off a Stratocaster type guitar, or you might recognise something like this if you have a Telecaster, which all with the bridge saddles, all adjustable, height adjustable and intonation adjustable, backwards and up as well. Okay, so in essence what you might find intonation, you may find if you've tuned your guitar into concert pitch, everything sounds absolutely fantastic. Okay, all the strings individually are in tune, but when you play your chords either here or all the way up your neck, they just don't sound right. You know, your G chord sounds terrible, even your A chord sounds terrible. It's 9 times out of 10 probably down to your intonation. Either it's slipped or something's changed. And the rule of thumb is this: if you plug your tuner in here, which I'm going to show you how to do in a second, which you probably all know, we'll put the tuner down here, and you do what's known as, okay, so hopefully you're back now and you've got your guitar in front of you, you've got your tuner, you've got your screwdriver. Alright, I will tell you, all guitars are slightly different, okay? Stratocasters, Telecasters, things like that, they generally tend to be a Phillips or a crosshead screwdriver. Some Les Pauls, not all, I will state, happen to be flat-headed screwdrivers, small ones. As you can see on the Tuner-matic bridge, if I can just get in here. Ooh, zoom error. Okay, these are your adjustment screws down here. These are your saddles. Show you on this one. There's your adjustment screws at the back and your stop tail piece, which will be somewhere like that on a Telecaster or a Stratocaster. If you're doing a Stratocaster or a Telecaster and you're using a screwdriver around this area, you might just want to have a J cloth around, depending on the quality of your guitar. You know, you don't really want any nasty scratches or anything. It can be a bit fiddly sometimes on a Stratocaster, especially around this area, especially if you haven't got a long screwdriver, because there's a lot of body that sticks out of the back here. So, you know, just be mindful. A jiffy cloth or a J cloth or whatever you are in whatever part of the country you're in, or whatever country you're in, just something to protect that. You can use a piece of paper if you've got nothing handy, whatever, it's up to you. But, you know, trust me, take it from somebody who knows, protect that. It's not so bad here, okay, because we're at the front here, you know, we've got quite a bit of access, okay. So, like I said, by now you've got your screwdriver out, you have your tuner out, depending on whatever you want. It's good to have a chromatic tuner. I like this one here. I'm not going to mention the brand, but I think you can see it by now, because it tells you whether you're sharp or flat, and it beeps right smack bang in the middle. So what you're going to do, you need to do is, for a start, lay it flat, lay your guitar flat, and you need to tune each individual string to concert pitch. Oh look, we're in. Oh, we're slightly out on that one. And we're in. Okay, so we're going to tune that up. Now, this has already actually been set up. I've just taken the intonation out slightly on one of the strings. The important thing to do here, you are mainly working on the 12th, okay? For those of you who know how to do a harmonic, it is literally just slightly fretting the string over the 12th. And when this is in tune, okay, when you do your harmonic, that should be in tune too. Okay, so you're listening for a beep or whatever you do, or your line wants to be in the middle, it's up to that. If it's not, okay, once it's all tuned into concert pitch and you bang on right, if it's not and it's either sharp or flat, then you found your problem. It means it is an intonation problem. Okay, if you fret it and it is flat, okay, on your tuner, on any of the strings, in essence you want to shorten that string. Okay, you're shortening string length. Okay, that's where string compensation and intonation comes in, which in sense means that your bridge saddle needs to go forward towards the fretboard. Okay, so you are shortening the length of the string. Okay, if you are sharp when you do your harmonic on the 12th, then you need to lengthen your string, which means obviously you are going towards, your saddle needs to go backwards, and it needs to go backwards towards the back of the guitar. I will say it's a bit of a fiddly job. You don't need to get an electric screwdriver on this and then start going all the way, because I'll tell you, a small adjustment is all it can take sometimes. You know, that's all it needs. But it does mean tuning it in, go to the 12th, do your harmonic, yeah, fret your harmonic. If you're fine on one string, then leave it, you're fine there. If you know, you might only be out by one string, which in a sense means you just need to concentrate on the string that you need to do. But like I said, flat means you need to shorten the string, and the saddle needs to go forward. Sharp means you need to lengthen the string, which means it needs to go backwards. If you just write that down or memorize that, or watch this video, hit subscribe, because there's going to be a lot more of these videos coming. It is basic maintenance. But what I will tell you is, when you've set that, once you've done your adjustment with the screw, a little bit at a time, you're going to need to tune your whole guitar to concert pitch again, then do your harmonic again. Right? And if you're still out, then you need to do it again. If you've gone too far, then you're going to need to reverse it slightly, go up, and then do it again. There are a limited amount of times you can do this within probably a night or something, because all that's happening is your neck, as you obviously know, is doing this, and it can take a while for your neck to stabilize. So sometimes it's best if you haven't got it done within like an hour, which to be fair I think you'll find it so easy. Come back to it, go off, have a cup of tea or something, leave it in the room that you're actually working in, then when it gets back to room temperature and your neck has stabilized, go at it again. Okay, so